All right, so Scar's top 5 Super Robot War Mechs, and these are the OGs. We're talking about the OGs. I didn't put it in here. I can just add it if it wants to let me. Yeah, there you go. OG Mechs. Just like Tam had mentioned, these aren't mechs that you would see in animes. These are original mechs from the Super Robot Wars series. And basically, it's my preference on how they look. If they have a model kit, which I've definitely been intrigued on buying some of these mechs. The only thing that's stopping me is the money. The mech, I couldn't remember the name of that one. That was one of the ones I didn't add to this list. So I'm gonna say they're so expensive. So you mentioned Cybuster. Outside looking in is the Cybuster and the anime robots. So Cybuster's cool. Cybuster's got its own theme. It can transform into a plane. It's got its own model kit. But there are some mechs that I like a little bit more. I like the design. This design's nice. But Cybuster's kind of a boring mech. In the Super Robot Wars like fights. Masaki's really good, but I used him as like an area effect bomber, basically, because he's got one of the few hit all bombs that doesn't hit your party. A lot of mechs have hit all moves, but they hit your own units. And you got Mazinger, you got Voltron, who is a personal favorite mech of mine, and then you've got the Getter Robo Squad. All these mechs are dope. They're very powerful. They're the super robots that you would find in the game, whereas Cybuster would be an original or real robot. Yeah, I know. That's why he's on the list. He wouldn't be on the list if he wasn't in Super Robot Wars, Tam. Voltron is in, is it W or J? It's the Game Boy one that I've never played. And there is a translation for that, so I do plan on playing it soon. But yeah, so this is the outside looking in. Number 5, favorite OG mechs. It's the Gespenst. I don't know how to pronounce that. The Gespenst. This is one of the time traveling mechs. This is one of the, like you had mentioned the OG mechs in Super Robot Wars, and this is one of the OGs. It is piloted by my favorite pilot in the Super Robot Wars series, Gilliam Yeager, which is this guy. Time traveling hero. He's got like spinning little wheels. He's got a really cool model kit that I would love to pick up. It's a very simple design. It's just got, you know, the pointy ears and the gun arm. He's got rockets. He's got little spinny things. It's a very simple design, but I think it's very clean looking. And there's a lot of different models of this. Yeah, it's the basis for many other mechs in there. Yes, correct. So yeah, that's number 5. Number 4, this is the one Tam had got right. It's the Daigengar and the Asen Ritter. It is Sangar and his friend Rasseltine? Ras, I can't remember his name. But basically these two guys, they basically fuse and they become like Odin, an Odin mech. So like you've got the horse and you've got the samurai basically. And when they combine, they become Ratzel von Feisenmacher. Yes, him. Very, very powerful. Hey, Fez. Thanks for stopping by, my man. We might keep on streaming after this. Mysterious Gourmet. So yeah, congratulations, Sam. You got the one right. It's such a cool mech. I do love me some combiners in the Super Robot Wars series, and this is one of the expensive models. We were talking about expensive. This is like $400 expensive, but it looks so cool. It's just so expensive. There's so many good mechs. Yeah. So that's number 4. So congratulations. Happy birthday to your son. That's number 4. Number 3 it's another combiner. It's the SRX. Got to see Big Fez and his little one. Nice. That's awesome. So another combiner. You get these 3 mechs, and they form the they form the SRX, which is, I didn't appreciate it at first, but after I saw the mech and it kept on showing up in different games, I was like, wow, this is like such an overpowered mech, because any mech that has more than one pilot, it becomes instantly stronger, just because you've got not just one pilot's skills to use, but you've got 3. So that is a nice little boost. It also has a nice song. It's a combo of the 3 pilot songs. And the model for this is super expensive. I think it's like $900 or something like that, right? Right, Tam? Something astronomical. But yeah, SRX is such a cool mech. I just love that. When I first started playing the Super Robot Wars games, I played Original Generation and Original Generation 2, and these are the mechs you get. Like they're nothing. They're okay, but they're nothing special. But eventually they become like a unit, and they become a cohesive team, and then they're like, oh yeah, those robots, they've got a special thing. They can combine, and then you combine them, and you're like, what? And then you become super overpowered. Yeah, it's such a cool story. It's one of those series I need to go back to. I've got OG 1 and 2 on my Game Boy. Maybe I'll play the translated games on the PS2 one of these days. I don't know. But it really made me fall in love with the series, those Game Boy games. So I'm really happy I got to play them. So that's number 2, or number 3. Number 2 is the other mech from that series. It's Kyo's mech, the Altenstein. But basically that's just because I love Kyo as a unit. His mech is basically, it reminds me of Heavy Arms, Altenstein. Yeah. It reminds me of Heavy Arms from the Gundam series. Alt Eisen. Did I say it right? It's German. I figured it's German. That's why I'm always pronouncing it wrong. The Alt Eisen. It's got characteristics of Heavy Arms, which is one of my favorite Gundam models. So I always liked it. But you've got Kyo, who's just like a crazy son of a gun, and he's always gambling. Also got a model kit. Model kit looks so nice. You've got like all the cool different designs of it. He's got moves where he lets out all of his ammo, and he just unleashes every artillery that he can on an enemy. He's really cool. Kyo's cool. The Altus Eisen is cool. I love this mech. I always beef it up when I'm playing the Super Robot Wars games. And yeah, I just love the gambling spirit in him. So that's number 2. And number 1, it is the Granzen. Oh, why is it over here? Let's fix that. I had mentioned that Masaki was kind of boring. You know who isn't boring? Shu. Shu is usually a villain in the Super Robot Wars games. But every once in a while, you get to pilot the Granzen, and when you do, you get to feel overpowered. Ever played the Zone of Enders games? I've played them at a friend's house, not extensively. So honestly, no, and because I don't remember much other than like wandering around with one of the mechs. But the Gronzin is usually like when it shows up on a map, it's usually as an enemy, and it's like an oh shit moment because he's going to destroy any of your pilots if you're near him. So it's usually kind of like a game of cat and mouse that you're trying to avoid him. And this like gravity warping mech. But every once in a while, Shu shows up and he becomes an ally. And it's just so rewarding when you actually get to play as him. And once again, there's a mech, there's a model kit for him, and I would love to have that. It also kind of reminds me of the what's Maria's mech called in Xenogears? Gronzin always remind me of that one. Maybe just because it's blue. Maybe I'm just thinking of the blue mech from Xenogears. But anyways, Gronzin is such a cool mech. Like I said, if you Sebastian, yeah, I think so. I think that's right. Because when you get that mech is so much stronger than all your other mechs because it's already a Xenogear or whatever it's called, whatever the leveled up mechs are in that game, and it's so much more powerful than all your other units at that point. And then eventually your units get as strong. The Sebizan, the Saibzan, I don't know how to pronounce. I'm gonna be butchering names anyway. But anyways, Gronzin, like I said, if you see it show up on a map, it's either really good because he's your ally, or it's really bad because he's an enemy, and you need to stay as far away from him as possible. And if you've ever played a Super Robot Wars game, you would know Shu is not to be messed with. Shu is a cool character. He's always opposing Masaki. But yeah, that would be my top 5 Super Robot Wars original mechs. So thank you all for participating. I know, like I said, there's not a lot of people that have played this series, so thank you, Tam, for chiming in. And yeah, this is the top 5. You got the Gronzin, you've got the Alt Eisen, you got the SRX, you got the Daigengar and Austin Ritter, the soul of Chogokin, and the Gespens. And yeah, those are my favorite original mechs from Super Robot Wars series. So let's pick a new top 5 for next week.
You dumbass!
And characters with no magic. Characters with no magic. Characters with no magic. Interesting. This could be a cool list. Oh man, I was gonna say Kane would be number 1, but he gets magic in the after years, so I wouldn't consider him